Well, we live. Go ahead. Just start the show.
Wait, so you made me be quiet just to fucking hit the button and talk? You're ridiculous. You're really ridiculous. Anyways, I don't even know how we even intro these anymore. I don't even think we even did an intro last time, right? We don't. It's therapy. You don't really need an intro. You don't say, hey.
We used to have it.
Music.
Remember, we talked about it last time.
That was so long ago.
Hamilton at the paint or whatever it was.
Oh, I do. All right, I do have those drops. I got to send you the drops.
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. Yeah. But this is Release Therapy Season 2, Episode 2. I don't know why I'm calling it seasons, but this is what we're doing. We calling it Session 2.
Session 2? I like that.
Release Therapy.
I like that. Session 2.
You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute since we last spoke.
Everybody been blowing me up like, yo, where's it gonna drop?
Have they?
Yeah.
Have they? Yeah. Is that kind of like when people say, man, the streets been asking? Have they though?
I mean, that's what they say. I don't know how true it is. But that's what they say.
No, the streets hasn't been asking. They haven't been waiting. I hate when rappers say that.
The streets been waiting for this.
They haven't. We haven't been waiting for it. We've been fine without it. Actually, we've been good. But shit, man. I mean, last time was my birthday. September was the last time. September is starting to turn out to be a very magical month.
Damn, it's been that long?
Yeah.
Man, that's a long time. I didn't think it was that long. I thought it was like recorded like November.
No. Yeah. You listen back, I was like, yo, yeah, it's my birthday. I just wanted to just share love. I was going through my spiritual transformations and whatnot.
So how's that going? You still transforming into a butterfly?
Yeah, man. You was talking about my necklace, remember? My pendant. You told me it was witchcraft. It's not.
It looked like it.
How?
It just looked like it, bro.
Nah, man. It protects me and you. Woke up this morning. How'd you start your morning? I woke up this morning, Palo Santo. Nice little.
I woke up and just, laid in bed for a little bit, Then I thought about going back to sleep, but then unfortunately I heard from a distance, Daddy! So, I had to get up and do, daddy duties. And then, we laid in bed and watched some Emma and Jenny play with some baby dolls.
So did you watch? Was she watching, and you was just there? Cause I be doing that shit sometime now. I had my earbud in. I'm listening, so I'm there.
Nah, she be making me mad. She's got this thing cause when you're watching YouTube on your phone, you can swipe up and then it gives you other videos you can switch to.
Yeah.
She's addicted to that. So she be making me mad because sometimes I'll be watching with her and then I'll be like, oh dang, what's about to happen next?
Oh, you get into it?
There is no more chicken nuggets, man. How they gonna get some more chicken nuggets? And then she be like, doop, boop. Yeah, I'm like, damn, I don't even know how it ended.
You'll never know. We'll never know. Sit on that. Wait on that.
That's what she be making me mad. So I'll be like, man, I ain't watching with you no more.
Damn, man. How old is she now?
2. She'll be
3 soon, right?
She'll be 3 in October.
Man, they grow fast and having other kids, so it's
hell yeah.
I was looking at old videos of my daughters and their babies, and I look at them now and I'm just like, damn, it doesn't seem like that long ago.
Seems like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Damn, what happened?
And so it's do you think so think about it. You think our parents looked at they think about it we used to be their babies, babies, and now we've had babies. Yeah. So how do you think they look at us damn, it's you're a whole adult.
Yeah.
How do you think you'll look at your kids when they're in their 20s, 30s?
It's gonna be crazy, man. I think they still gonna be my babies.
See, do you? Yeah, is it? That's what I'm saying. I feel like you're always gonna be those are my babies. I don't care. You.
I don't care how old y'all ass is.
Do you think that ever changes? Not the love, but I mean, do you think at some point you have to be okay, I'll let you go? I mean, I get into that because I don't know if you know who the Hood Healer is. Imani Cohen. I follow her a lot.
Hood Healer?
Yeah, that's her handle and her alias. You know what I'm saying? But she's really dope. But we were talking about because I go into parents and not letting go and stuff like that, and then it was a topic about men who are really tied to their mom.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And there was this term called a helpmate that some men turn into as far as with their mothers, as far as always helping them. Never I guess when you get older, you're supposed to live your life how you live in your life. Like, I guess, you're supposed to pay it back to your parents, but not to a certain point to where it's almost like you become a helpmate to your parent as like, oh yeah, no, I got you, I got it, to where it's almost taken away from your growth and your life because you feel obligated. Yeah. You know?
So your whole life becomes centered around helping instead of living your life.
Exactly. And it usually falls on single moms who have boys. And I feel like I fell into that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it really kind of hit home to me to where it's just like, what is the balance? Because you have women that say they want a man who's, you know, loves women like they love their mom or who respect their mom, this and that. But then it gets turned sometimes to, oh, you fucking mama's boy, da, 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 da. Like it turns into that. So it's like, what do you think the balance is on that? Or is that just women just fucking shit up and not knowing how the fuck they feel about shit?
Yeah, I think that's a tough question, man. It's a tough question. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't even know how to answer that. I think that's a thinker right there.
You know what I mean?
I gotta ponder on that for the next episode and come back to that.
Because I mean, it's a real beef that like happens between men and women, and especially in relationships. Yeah, and it's just
which I think I feel like it's that's one of those double standard rules.
Yes,
because women can take care of their parents like.
Oh yeah, oh my dad. Yeah, my mom.
Yeah, they can be there like 24/7.
Yes,
and then as soon as you say something, it's an issue. You know,
that's what I'm saying. I don't. What is that's what I'm saying. I don't understand, and no, they've never been able to say, okay, it should. Well, yeah, you can kind of, but it shouldn't be your whole life. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, for sure. But if, like, say for me, if I'm my mom's only child, you know what I'm saying. And her knowing her situation and her ailments and certain things, I'm like, hell yeah. Like I don't ever want to just leave her ass out, but it becomes dangerous. Where it becomes dangerous, and I say that from, you know, from my experience, it becomes dangerous because you can almost start to handicap yourself and not even know it. And that's, I think when we spoke last, that was kind of where we kind of left off on, is me realizing a lot of, you know, different things. And that was one of those things. Like, I just never had a name for it. A helpmate, you know what I'm saying? Or their imaginary husband, or like there are men who are really like my mom. Like me personally, I'm not that way, but it struck a nerve with me because I've been accused of that.
Yeah.
Is that something ill to be accused? Look what the fuck women accuse men of. Nigga, you love your mom too much. Like,
that's wild.
Like, what?
I feel like I think a big issue, a reason why I'm having a hard time answering that question too, is because I never really, because we've talked about me not having that connection with my parents.
Exactly.
So I've never been in that shoes to be accused of you love your parents too much, or whatever, because I don't, you know, have that connection with my parents. So I think it's hard for me to answer that question because I've never experienced it like one bit.
But have you? I feel like you've been exposed to hearing women or hearing someone talk about a man that way.
Yeah, for sure. I've seen it all the time. Like men get called mama's boys all the time. I think in my opinion, just viewing it, the line is like dependent on like what mom is calling for, what mom is asking help for. Like your situation, it's a medical situation.
Right.
You know, your mom has some medical conditions.
And lupus.
Yeah, and so it's like, you can't really call me a mama's boy because I'm helping my mom with her medical conditions. Now, my mom is calling me all the time like, yo, I need you to go get me some cheese from the store, and I need you to go get me some Starbucks, and I need just random stuff, and you drop everything for that.
Right.
Then I feel like, okay, that's a little excessive, you know, but for like medical stuff and taking care of somebody for, you know, medical conditions and health issues and stuff like that, like, you can't be called that for those reasons.
That's why I say like it wouldn't make sense. But I do understand because, and I think women don't understand how hard it is to even have certain conversations with your mom, because I've had them. Yeah. They haven't always turned out the best, especially when it's like you having to stop. Like, cause your mom is your mom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But to be like, yo, you kind of like crossing your boundary. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're kind of speaking on something that you don't really need to speak on. I mean, you're kind of, it's almost like they get so comfortable, and I don't think that is talked about enough to where that it's a difficult situation and a position to be in, because that's your mom. I love you. You're a woman. I love you. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I have to separate a line at the same time, because there's another woman that's going to come in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she can't replace you, but at the same time, she is now, you know, the priority. I'm now doing things for her. I am now doing these other things. And there's this unspoken war that goes on between girlfriends and moms and wives and moms, like that. I don't feel is ever talked about. And I don't know if I don't feel like I'm qualified enough to talk about it. But I've seen it.
I've seen it from time to time.
And I don't it's woman shit. Like, I don't understand it.
I think it comes down to, like, you hear women all the time talk about, I don't like other females.
Right.
And I think it's just part of that rule. I don't want to call it a rule, but that's just their thing of women. Women always saying, I don't like other women. I don't like other
But you
females.
talk about women empowerment.
Yeah,
it's Blue Lives Matter, but then you're storming the Capitol.
It's crazy.
I don't. Which one is it? Is it Uchi Wally or is it One Mic?
Yeah, women are some weird creatures, man.
Yeah, I mean, when they're
complicated creatures.
I don't even think they're that complicated. I think
I'm talking about for themselves.
Yes. I would say that. Yeah. I would say that, and I feel like once they do know themselves and they're to that place, they're the most amazing creation ever known to man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love women, but we got to talk about that one day. That is for anybody who is hearing this right now, either write in the comments, DM, whatever. If y'all are even interested in having this conversation, if there's some women that want to have this conversation, I would love to have this conversation and figure out what is this beef between y'all that y'all just go back and forth between, like, it's like you the middleman. Think about it. When the dad doesn't like the boyfriend or whatever, they talk. I'm gonna put it to the side, they gonna talk. When it's them, your mom is gonna tell you how she don't like her. The girl gonna say, I don't think your mom like me. And so I'm like, okay, so what do y'all both want me to do? Because it seemed like you two need to have a conversation. Yeah. So, you know, how does this work? So I mean, why is that?
Yeah,
God, you're a man. I'm sorry. See, I can't do that. Women do that, and that's women shit. Like,
so, well, we got a cool new feature on how we, you know, Anchor.
Yeah.
So now they can leave us messages.
Hey, yeah, I got my Libra Heart Radio Anchor up. You know
so this is not gonna be on YouTube. So if you're watching it on YouTube, the link will be in the description below. You just click on that link and you'll see a thing that says message. And just record us a message. Let the women tell us what they feel about this. And then we could play them on the next episode.
Word. That is true.
Respond to it.
Yes. I'm with that.
Yeah. So let them, and if you listen audio wise, it's anchor.fm/release therapy pod.
Hey.
So go there again. You'll see the thing that says message. You'll be able to record a message from your phone or whatever. Leave us a message. All the women, let us know how you feel about this topic.
Please. Keep it short. Don't start ranting and the shit. Don't do that. I don't want to hear that shit. I really don't. I don't.
We're gonna have like 10-minute messages.
My God.
I don't know if there's a limit to those messages or not, like a time limit. I don't know.
I don't think there is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, leave your message. I can't promise if it's 10 minutes long we're gonna listen to the whole thing.
We definitely won't. We just, like I said, keep it short. We gonna get to the fucking point of that. You know what I'm saying?
Let us know how you feel.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I don't want to get too caught up in the women. I feel like I get in trouble. But I don't know. I was just looking at the little. You heard the music, the little silhouette shit. So clearly, you heard the song, the music. So you kind of knew clearly what I was watching.
Silhouettes.
Yes.
I've seen them. I haven't really listened to the song.
So what do you think about the silhouette challenge? Are we this bored?
Is it a TikTok challenge?
I don't know.
Where did it start from? Here's my thing, really, to be honest.
I heard it's Jasmine Sullivan. I want her. It's either her or Jasmine Sullivan. It's a song. Like, it was an actual song, and then so I think somebody just did the shit like on TikTok or something. I think, but like it's an actual song.
My issue with all them challenges, because I think that started on TikTok. Because even the ones I seen posted on Instagram have the little TikTok symbol.
Mm-hmm.
So that's because
I think that's where like the little effect comes from.
Yeah. So that. What's the other one where like they're looking all crazy, then they drop it down low, and then
the drop down challenge, bust it challenge.
Yeah, that's a TikTok challenge. My issue with all these challenges is
look at the shit women do.
This on TikTok, and I don't know. I guess I need to look at the demographics on who's actually on TikTok, but I feel like it's more kids on TikTok.
It is. Bro, I had to delete my daughter's TikToks.
And that's how I feel. Like I live in a house, full of young women, and I seen some of the stuff, that on their TikTok, and we've had to have them delete some stuff too. And,
yeah.
And then they've recorded some of those challenges, but just try to show us thinking it's funny. But they, now they know not to post it. But that's like, I still don't even want them doing it. Even if you're not posting it, I still don't want you doing that.
Oh man, I didn't even see that. So real quick. So I was helping out my church for Halloween, right?
Yeah.
Had my daughters with me. And so one of the little games, you just spin the wheel and whatever is on the wheel, you got to do whatever's on the wheel, then you get a prize, right?
Yeah.
So one of the things was, I think it's called like do the dance or something like that, right?
Okay.
You got to do a dance. So my daughter decides to go, do the WAP, do the WAP, do the WAP.
Man.
Bro, I was like, what? Like,
yeah.
they don't, I mean, they think it's like, that's how desensitized, like, everything is starting to become. Everything is being blurred. Everything is just cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different type of programming, bro. And I'm like, are we getting to the age where, like, now we're like, no, don't do that. Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, so it's the same thing. Like, that whole, I got daughters. Like I said, you got daughters. Like,
yeah, it's just, it's a tough situation, man. I don't know. To me, I just feel like it's an age thing. Like, I probably would be, I don't know. I guess I don't know because I don't have kids that old yet, but I feel like I feel like I would be a little bit more understanding if my daughter was like 16, 17, going into 18, because I've always been like the parent who's talked about like, I don't want to be the parent that shelter my child. Like if my child wants to talk about, sex or drugs,
you rather them learn it in the house where you can give them information.
Let's have the conversation. I'm not going to be like, no, we're not going to talk about that.
Exactly.
But the fact that these kids are, much younger than that, not even a teenager yet.
They're like 10,
like
9.
The oldest is 12, not even, an actual teen yet, still preteen. It's like, nah, you too young to be doing that.
Yeah. See, I don't, you know what I mean? And it's like, how do you explain it without feeling like I don't want to be the fun police?
Yeah.
So it's like, I at least give an explanation because that's something that we weren't given when we were kids. It's just you do what you told and you do what I say. You stay in the kid's place. There was never no explanation. You do what I tell you to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like you try to give them an understanding of it. You know what I mean? Like, look, this is why. It's not just because I don't want you to have fun. It's just this just isn't the type of fun you should be having right now at your age. Yeah. There's other fun stuff for you to do than that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Speaking of fun.
You got a TikTok?
I do not.
See, I have one.
I tried to start one, right? I just couldn't get into it. Like
I only have one, so I have all the girls on mine.
Right.
On my friends list, just so I don't have to say, give me your phone to see what you posted on TikTok.
See,
I just log on mine and I can see what they posted.
Okay, see, I didn't do that.
Yeah, then I could be like, oh yeah, I need you to come up here and delete this.
Okay, so you are like the fun police. You're like watching the monitor, like the security guy.
I feel like with technology, you got to, man.
No, for sure.
Like I don't really monitor them, outside the house.
Yeah.
Like I try to be like, you got to grow up. I let them walk to the gas station that's right there. And stuff.
See, because those were things that we did as kids, and like you felt like old enough. We walk into the store. Where you at?
So when it comes to things like that, and you can go to because we have the park around the corner. Yeah, you can go to the park by yourself. Y'all know if a stranger comes, you can call, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to technology, I feel like I got to, man, because I feel like technology's just access to too much stuff that
Man,
it's just.
I started thinking about the shit. I said, remember the AIMs? Remember AIM? Remember getting the AOL discs in the mail every month?
Yeah.
That's how I got it because my mom was doing that shit.
The free trials.
But think about it though. Was it really a free trial if you got it every month?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they just kept sending.
They just kept sending you the.
They're like, eventually he gonna forget to cancel.
No, it's canceled out on the 29th, and I'll wait for my new disc to come.
Yeah.
I'll be off the internet for like the next 2 days. It's cool.
Yeah.
And then we back in the game.
It's kind of like free trials now with like Netflix and stuff. It's all just off of email. I just create a new email.
Yeah, you need to stop doing that. You're gonna ruin it for people, bro.
I got like 50 emails, bro. I'll be like, oh yeah, let me just try it. And then sometimes I forget which email I've used already.
He's
So
like, man, I just create emails just to get free trials.
Like, especially like for like Stars, when I just watch it for Power, I don't watch it for anything else.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, let me just get this free trials here real quick so I can watch it and then be done.
Bro, oh my God. See, so we got what for Stars? So shit, Power. Damn, was Power out when last time we was recording?
Yeah, I think we talked about a little bit about it. We did talk about it.
Did we?
It was like the beginning of
Tariq's?
Yeah.
Was
It
it?
was like the beginning or middle or something like that.
It had to be like the beginning because they took like a break.
Yeah. So yeah, we talked about I think that's where we talked about what we predicted was gonna happen.
Oh man, okay. So damn. I feel like I should have listened to the last episode.
Yeah.
Oh well. We're here now.
We could have done a recap.
We could have done a recap.
Was the predictions correct?
Last time on Release Therapy. Hey, I think we should start doing that from now on. You know what I mean? Like a continuance.
I think some topics we could have a recap.
I mean, you see how they develop?
Yeah.
Where it went. All right, so the next one we will have a recap of these last two episodes. So, we can catch everyone up.
Previously on Release Therapy.
Bang! There we go. So I can't remember what we predicted, but we saw it. The first season. What did you think of the first season?
It wasn't bad. It was a lot better than what I thought it was going to be.
I know you was trying to kill it early.
I didn't think it was going to be good at all.
I know you was killing it early.
I think what really like kept it alive, in my opinion, wasn't Tariq. It was Mary J. Blige's family.
Well, that's kind of what it's kind of going to be centered around. Yeah. It's like, it's Tariq, but
before we knew that, we didn't know. All we thought it was just Tariq and Tariq,
right.
being Tariq, and so I was like, I don't feel like Tariq's story is strong enough for me to keep interest.
No, I didn't think so either.
So, but yeah, bringing that family in. But I just have a lot of questions also that are unanswered.
Like what? We can theorize. We can, that's
I just feel like, so this new family, coming in the picture, they seem like this big shot family, The
Tejadas.
Yeah. I just feel like, how come, like, they didn't really, like, Ghosts people didn't really know about them, and they don't really know about Ghosts and stuff. It's like, with Ghosts being, like, the biggest drug dealer in the fucking block, and supposedly they're the biggest drug dealers on the block, like, I feel like they would have known about each other.
See, but that was the thing. Like, nobody ever knew who Ghost was.
But they would have, like, heard of Ghost.
Yeah, they probably heard of him.
But even when they brought Ghost's name up, they was like, who the fuck is that?
But they didn't really bring it up until like that last episode.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's why I just feel like, bro, you should know. Like,
yeah. I mean, of course. I mean, but who's to say they don't?
Yeah.
Who's to say the dad? Who's to say Lorenzo don't know who Ghost is? Because I think he was running shit before he went in, and then Monet was running everything. So you got to think she probably only knew but so much information.
And then I feel like Tasha would have known him when she got on the phone with him. Because, Tasha knew who everybody was on the street. Well, she didn't know everybody that was going on in the business, but she knew everybody in the streets.
But did she?
Well, it made it seem like it. So, that's just,
There's some holes that we don't know.
I'm just basing my theory based on what we do know. And we could find out later that, Tasha didn't know everything, goes, because we've found out a lot of that. But based on it seemed like she knew all the street people and stuff like that. And so that's why I'm like, well, why didn't she know about this motherfucker when she got on the phone with him? Like, I feel like when that conversation happened, she would have been like, oh, like, I know you from back in the day or some shit like that.
Well, but I mean, then that would be assuming that, she knew everything. He told her everything.
So I don't know.
So we don't know how deep, we don't really know how deep it is, but we know that Tommy came back.
Yeah.
And, so.
But is he back or is he gone again? It was just like a one hit.
Nah, I mean, I think maybe eventually, possibly, because you got to think like the deal was is she was going into witness protection because she was going to testify against him. That's the only reason why he even came back in the first place.
Yeah,
but her goal is to run.
I feel like once more seasons and more of the books come out, we're gonna need like a timeline graph
of like what's happening.
Yeah, like so now that Tommy's somewhat back, and I don't know if he's gonna be in the new season of book 2 or not.
So we'll have to see if in his season
where does it fall in the timeline?
That timeline?
Is it before he came back for this episode, or is it after? Or,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's like not him being back in New York, if it's him in California. Like, all right, well, where does that fall in the timeline?
I think that's what they'll probably do. They would have to, because he's already popped up. So now you can't just start it as, oh yeah, he just came back from New York and that's where you're gonna start it. Like, nah, nigga, what happened when he left New York? Like, how did he set up whatever he set up? It's been too much time to just try to just start it from.
I feel like it's like it's like a Star Wars thing. Like Star Wars, they started branching off and making all these like side shits, and everybody was confused. So Disney had to release a timeline that showed, all right, this is where this episode took.
Yeah, that Star Wars shit kind of like fucked me up. Like once I like figured out the timeline and shit, I was like, damn, bro, like they release these shits way out of order.
Yeah, even now with the new shit on Disney Plus, like even that was like, all right, well, where does this fall in the timeline? And so as I say, they created this whole timeline of, okay, this series falls here in this episode here, and then they even showed like when they did the little cartoon spinoffs, where those fall in on the timeline and stuff like that. So
like, shit, well, fuck. Well, at least they thought it all the way through to help y'all out, because Power. I mean, shit. I mean, I think they will. Yeah, and they'll probably do it during the end of. Either maybe during the end of his season or possibly somewhere in the middle, to where for whatever reason he's going to hear that she's going to testify. Because remember, he came to Queens to check on Cash. Yeah. But he knew she was testifying. So how did he even know that? Yeah. That's a whole other thing. Because remember, that shit was said privately.
How would you feel if you was like the person who plays Cash and they're like, oh, we just need you to come back for like 30 seconds. For 30 seconds.
I mean, depends on what the check look like. If I'm getting paid enough for that, I mean, and it's on demand, like I'm pretty sure they get paid for that, I would think.
Just a little 30-second clip, you know, just to say
fuck it.
Thank you.
I mean, at some point you think Cash and Tariq will link?
I don't know, man. Cash always seems soft to me.
I mean, yeah, but his mom died now, so you don't know how that
who's he staying with? Oh, his
dad.
Yeah, his dad, huh?
Yeah. And
did we ever know what his dad did?
Nah, to when he was in jail. Nah, we never knew. We never knew who his dad was. And what if his dad was fucking Lorenzo Tejada?
Man, that'd be crazy.
Well, nah, because he's out, so it couldn't be.
Yeah.
Is he with his dad? He's with his dad, right?
I think so. They dropped him off at some dude's house.
They dropped him off with his dad.
Yeah. I couldn't remember if that was his dad or not.
Damn, I might have to go back and watch that episode.
I feel like his dad got a nice house.
Yeah, nice ass neighborhood.
Yeah,
so he's got to sell drugs. He's got to sell drugs. It's the only thing it could be. Yeah, he's got to.
That's wild.
So I mean, but yeah, I think they will, because I mean that's how they did it on Ghost's last episode. How the last 5 was everybody's POV of where they was at and what happened, like all in like during that same day. Yeah. So I mean, I give Courtney Kemp her props on that. I'm ready for Raising Kanan to come out.
You think Tasha's gonna stay in the show now that she's gone to protective custody?
She'll pop back up at some point, but I don't think we'll see her
like for a few episodes, like midway through the season.
Probably like I'd give it maybe midway through the season,
midway or towards the end.
Yeah, hell yeah, because they still got to do that trial.
Yeah.
So I mean, at some point she's gonna have to pop back up. But we know now that Tariq is all the way in the family.
Who do you not like in the show?
Shit, the cop. Kane took care of that.
Okay. I don't like the fucking professor dude.
Well, he took care of that too.
Oh yeah,
go Kane.
He did. Take care of him.
Kane is the problem solver. Look, I'll take care of it.
Oh, Tariq killed him, didn't he?
Tariq didn't kill Tariq. Remember, he helped him cover up the shit with the professor. 'Cause remember, he saw Tariq and the professor talking, and then he shot him. And then he's like, "Oh, Tariq, help me." He's like, "Yo, go somewhere where everybody can see you."
But then Tariq finished.
Tariq finished it. Okay. Yeah. Because remember, Tariq's like, "Yo, you killed the cop too. You know when they ain't feeling that shit. So look, let me fix this shit, and we'll get back right."
And then we good.
Yeah. And so
you think he's really gonna like trust him now, or
I think now because I actually seen like, okay, this little nigga like.
He like me.
Yeah, he like me, but smarter. Yeah. Exactly. Like it's like this is be like his Tommy.
Yeah.
Like either his Tommy or his Kanan.
Yeah.
Like cause Kane's he's necessary, he's just too emotional.
Yeah.
Like he's impulsive. He don't think. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's Tommy.
Yeah, like he don't think. Like this nigga just does shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do think, however, though, that shit might backfire, that GTG shit. Keeping that dude alive, I really think he should have killed that motherfucker. Like,
that dude.
Yeah, he should have killed him. I ain't gonna lie. I think he should have did that shit. I wasn't feeling that.
Well, there's your power recap.
There's your power recap. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of power, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how this was even. I don't know. I was trying to.
Speaking of power,
yeah. I tried, bro. I tried. Yo, did you see Tekashi finally came back out?
Oh yeah, with all the new tats.
Yeah, how Ak was always talking like how he was,
Google Gaga.
I said, what the fuck is this? Banana, what are you talking about? However, it is a very interesting thing going on right now. It's a lot of stuff going on right now.
With what?
So, do you know who CJ is? He has a song called Whoopty.
Oh yeah, he got beat up, right?
Not only.
I fuck with the song.
That's the problem, but we see it now. Like now we see it for what it is now. It's like he was Tekashi early though, so it's like now we see it. So it's different now. I wonder if
there's a lot of people coming out like trying to. I feel like trying to steal that blueprint. I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I had the video. Did you see the video of him getting thrashed?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like.
And then, didn't he like supposedly steal a song or something? His new song was like stolen.
I mean, yeah, it's the same beat as 22G's, and then 22G's put out his response record on the Whoopty and smoked him.
I haven't heard that.
Oh my god, you gotta hear it. Can we hear it? You gotta hear it.
Right.
You gotta hear it.
I don't have a aux plug.
I mean, fuck these niggas.
Just put it to the like the old school.
I'm like, look, man, this is our session. Like, look, this matter of fact. I think they probably already know it. They probably heard it. Yeah, this shit, man. Oh, you really haven't heard this? Whoopty.
Yeah, I heard this. This CJ's, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I heard this. I fuck with CJ's.
All right.
But I haven't heard the other one.
He's a fraud, son. All right.
But then, I just seen that he got beat up.
So, yeah, 22G shit is called Goofy. And it's a video, too.
Okay.
Because basically 22G's was saying my thought before all them. And he signed with Kodak. This is Kodak's artist.
Okay.
22G's. You really haven't seen this?
No.
G's for real. G's go hard.
Yeah.
Real bad.
Now you niggas saying mata? Little niggas an imposter. Nigga never heard a chopper. Sounding like a helicopter. Leave a nigga like Hopper. You don't even need a doctor. Nigga who shot you. Not even goofy. Smoke a nigga like a Lucy.
So they even had like, there's a phone call of like one of the founding members of this blood gang. This nigga's trying to rap. It's like, yo, it's a cool song. You know what I mean? We fuck with the song. It's cool, but he not that.
Yeah.
So it's like it's to me. It's like niggas trying to squash this shit early out the gate. But I'm going on his shit and I'm seeing him post all on his story. You know, just a bunch of people playing this song. So it's like, how does this work? We know, like I say, you being in the industry, how does this work? Because like we see what this is, right? And you got somebody now combating it directly.
Is CJ?
Coke boy.
Nah, is he? Well, yeah, is he signed to somebody?
I think he fucks with French because he had a Coke boy chain.
Dang, I wonder how French feels.
I don't know because 22G's told French to suck his dick too.
I feel like I don't know. I don't really know too much about French, but I feel like just seeing French being French ain't really about that life either. I feel like
I can't say not because there's been stories. He not like no super hitter.
Yeah, but I feel like he's just around.
Yeah,
super hitter.
But that's the thing. Like that, we saw it out here. I don't need to speak on nobody, but all of a sudden niggas is bloods.
So how do you feel like what do you think that makes? Because this is obviously like a New York blueprint.
See, nah, don't do that. No, it's not.
Well, I'm saying they make it
right now. Salt Lake City, right now, Utah, right now, right? The biggest rappers, right? That came out this motherfucker, right? All of a sudden, these niggas is bloods. All of a sudden, you Rose Park this, you Rose Park that.
Okay.
But now when we met them, nah, my family though, remember?
Yeah,
it was just your family.
Yeah.
But now we get on music shit and we use this shit for not only backup, but for a driving force for the optic of the shit, I guess. Branding, marketing, whatever the fuck you want. Would this not be marketing to you? Is this not a marketing ploy? Don't say New York though.
Well, I'm only saying New York because I'm not counting those Salt Lake artists because they did their thing, whatever the case may be.
For sure.
But
hey, my hot on my shit too.
It ain't
like wait, that's your
So they did their thing, but I feel like
right.
They're not on. In my opinion, they didn't have a national blow up. They did their thing. They got their paper, whatever the case may be. But CJ getting bumped nationwide.
Right. I mean, New York.
Yeah. So I feel like that's why I'm calling it a New York thing.
Now I get it. So you think that's New York marketing for certain artists?
Yeah. And then I'm also wondering, like, all right, are they signed to a label? Maybe this is a label ploy. Like, yo, it worked for 6ix9ine. So let's
he signed. Yeah, he signed to Warner.
So then I'm wondering, like, all right, they trying to be like, all right, well, let's try that again. It worked for 6ix9ine, and he went and snitched, and he still.
See, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
But that's why you see that 6ix9ine didn't have no resistance. It was like, oh shit. And on top of that nigga was really outside doing the shit he was talking about. Yeah. And these niggas was doing the shit that he was talking about. But it's like with him, they like, bro, you not doing none of that. You not about none of that.
So who are all these people in his video? Are they like got real street ties, or they just frauds too?
I mean, they homies, I guess, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like
who? Okay, I got a question. Because who do you think? Because in the hip hop game, like Bloods is like the thing to be now in the hip hop game.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not a lot of artists, and even when it does happen, like
for a minute, niggas wanted to be Crips because of Nipsey.
Yeah, but even then, it wasn't like even with Nipsey, what's his name, Blueface.
Yeah.
Since Snoop and them, like Crips ain't really been like a big thing in the hip hop game. Like they popped up a little bit, but it still hasn't been as big as like Bloods. Like what made Bloods like the thing of hip hop? It's almost like you got to be a Blood to be popping in the hip hop game right now.
I would say, I think it started with Wayne. I think Wayne really made it fashionable.
Okay.
And then it kind of opened the door for real, the realer ones. But I can't even, because they were there already. Like Jim Jones, was around. Like DJ Quick.
That's what I'm saying. Like they was there, but it was never like.
It was never made. It was never marketed that way. Lil Wayne marketed.
It's almost like when a new Crip when a new Crip rapper comes out, it's just like, oh yeah, he dope, he's just a Crip. But when a Blood rapper comes out, they're like, oh shit, it's dope, he a Blood. Like it's almost like a cool thing, but it's not like the Crips don't get that cool thing anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, because if Blueface would have, that's why I say I think it's as big as the artist.
Yeah,
it's as big as the artist. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really how I see it. It's as big as the artist. When you think YG, you think Blood.
Yeah.
You think Nipsey, you think Crip.
Yeah.
You think Snoop, may not think it because not now,
Not
but
now.
when we were coming up,
Yeah,
he was from Long Beach. He a Crip. We knew that.
He repped that shit hard.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I think it just goes as big as the artist. Wayne is one of the biggest artists in the world, and all of a sudden, you know what I mean, you Big B's and you and Birdman and he getting Red Star tattoos, like it became marketable. You got Chris Brown being a fucking blood, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like I think it's just as big as
I guess some of the biggest artists in the game was repping the blood, so that
and
it just became cool.
It
to view.
became marketing to
Yeah.
a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, yeah, I think if there was a bigger Crip that made it whatever, then yeah, cool. Yeah. That's why I say Nipsey was probably gonna do it because I was seeing a lot of I was like, you a Crip.
But what's cool, what was different about Nip is like Nip always like. And what's different about, some of these artists that are repping bloods in the hip hop game is Nips was almost like he repped it just to let people know, but he didn't really glorify it like these other people are when they glorifying the bloods. He just let it be known, yeah, that's me, so don't try me, but I ain't trying to glorify it either.
True. Okay, so do you think, because remember I told you about that conversation I had about Nipsey and YG and why YG don't really get like the respect that Nipsey got, and YG got a fucking classic album.
Yeah.
So, and we talked about Nipsey's death absolutely made him blow past YG. Like, what do you think? Like, what do you think that's more of a LA conversation because there's like politics and shit, or how do you view that? Like, as far as why? Because that's the biggest person I think of in this era. Not talking about the game. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because the game is game, but in the newer era, it was YG and Nip.
Yeah. So
it's like, why do you think that is? Why people don't really give YG that love right now?
Because of the demeanor of both. Like I said, like I think people appreciated Nipsey because even though like he came from that life, and even though he still repped that life to a certain extent, he was openly
positive mind.
He was trying to speak positivity, and he was trying to change the streets.
For sure.
He was trying to make, to me, he was almost doing he was trying to do, and I ain't saying he stole this from him, but he in my eyes, he was trying to do what Tookie was trying to do from outside the system. Even though Tookie Williams created the Crips and things like that, and when he became that better person and try to, make the street life a positive thing.
Like what Big U was doing. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And I don't know if YG is doing that or not. He just don't.
He tried. Niggas killed him. He tried. That nigga had some real positive shit on his second album and niggas killed him. They did not want to hear that shit from him.
But I think it also is it's a street politic thing. It's because the bloods in the hip hop game are glorifying it. Right. You don't see a lot of bloods trying to speak positivity.
Open bloods.
Yeah. Like true bloods, speaking positivity that's in the hip hop game and repping it how they rep it. Where Nipsey didn't really come out from the game like really like hardcore glorifying the streets. He just talked about his life in the streets. But he never really was like, I'm glorifying this, or it's the cool thing to do. I'm just telling you what it's like so you understand what it's like to be in those streets. And I think that's why, and that's the difference between the Crips and the Bloods, like in the hip hop game. Like all the Bloods are glorifying this blood life. And so when somebody who's a Blood tries to speak positivity, it's like, bro, that's not what we on.
That shit's so crazy. To think that gang life became the forefront of hip hop, and then that even caused the division. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it's because then you'll have Bloods who are not in the industry looking at Bloods in the industry like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like you trying to take street politics and move that shit into the music industry, and it worked that way at a time, the Suge Knight era, but they would never allow that type of fucking type of juggernaut to ever happen again. Ever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I also think it was a lot easier back then, the Suge Knight era, is because gangs were a little bit more organized back then.
For sure.
Even amongst each other. They were more organized, more understood each other and things like that. And now with these younger cats,
These niggas nowadays
it's
crazy.
just
Fuck,
they just.
bro. I found myself really saying like, and we not old, bro, but I'm like, these young niggas is crazy.
Yeah, they
don't care.
They just feel like they have something to prove all the time. It's like, bro, you ain't got to prove nothing to nobody.
I'll never understand that shit, bro. I really will never understand that shit ever.
And so I think that's what kind of even that's what made gang life so crazy now too, is because nobody fucks with anybody. Like all the Bloods hate each other too. All the Crips hate each other too. Like it's like.
That's just crazy. But the fact that we ain't trying to be involved in none of that, I want to speak easy and breathe easy on these topics. On that, anyhow, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, maybe I'm speaking out of bounds, but these are just our opinions. You know what I mean? My conversation. I did want to ask you about something though. This guy in Sweden, maybe you read about it. The dude that was in jail and had like 60 million in Bitcoin, and he wouldn't give them the password to unlock it.
I ain't hear about that.
What?
I heard about the dude who threw his fucking computer away with the Bitcoin on it. And he's been paying people to go to the fucking the garbage drop to dig for that hard drive.
What the fuck, bro? So how are you? Because we've been talking about it. Like, how are you seeing this shit fall? Like between stocks and Bitcoins, it seems to be the hot topic right now, and it seems like everybody's kind of trying to get in on it at this point. So it's like, how do you? Because I got a message. I can't say from Hugh. You know what I'm saying? Not online anyway. I won't. But learn crypto and start investing, and that these were the tops to look at. Top of the list is Dodge. Me and you talked about Dodge. You gave me your opinion on Dodge. Yeah. Dodge, Bitcoin, I think Ethereum, Litecoin, and Polkadot. What do you think about those that you know of?
I mean, I have my own opinion on Bitcoin in general. I don't really invest in Bitcoin like that long term. I do invest from time to time to get in and get out, just for some quick flips. But I don't really believe in the future of Bitcoin. And the reason for that is because, so me and my barber had a discussion about this. Not this last time I got my haircut, but the previous time. And he was saying like digital currency and cryptocurrency is the future. And I said negative. And I was like, the government's not going to allow that. The government needs the dollar to continue. And if something comes in and wipes out the dollar, the government's screwed.
So is that not going to be the ultimate battle between the people and the establishment?
No, because at the end of the day, what people are not realizing is the government is more powerful than they portray themselves to be.
That's a fact.
And so it's just like the fact of why when Bitcoin was first popping, a lot of stores started accepting Bitcoin. Right. You could pay with Bitcoin.
Yep.
And now a lot of those stores are no longer accepting Bitcoin. And the reason for that is because the government said, okay, cryptocurrency is getting too powerful. So what they did was they came to these stores and said, yo, we're going to tax the fuck out of you for accepting Bitcoin. So if an item costs $10 and you translate that to Bitcoin, and let's just say it ended up being 1,000 Bitcoin, they were like, we're going to tax you like 90% off that Bitcoin, and you're really only going to make $3 off your $10 item. So you're losing money for accepting Bitcoin. Oh, yeah. So that's why a lot of companies stopped accepting Bitcoin. They don't accept Bitcoin anymore as payment and cryptocurrency as payment. So that's what I mean. That's why I say like the government's going to come in and prevent that from happening. They're gonna figure out a way to regulate that shit to their business, which was what they were doing with the whole weed thing at a time. They were just trying to figure it out. Yeah. And the moment they figured that shit out, all right, pass it here. Because they can't. That's the only way the government can, because cryptocurrency is not regulated. And
right.
So it's
something that's we created.
Yeah. And so it's like that's the only way they can regulate it is say, all right, if you're going to accept it, we're going to tax the fuck out.
We need a piece of that.
Yeah, and then it's not, and then it's not worth it to them.
It's robbery.
And so that's what I'm saying. Like it's not. It's a thing right now because it's people believing in the hype of it, and it's like. Just like what I talked about the Dogecoin, like people believing in the hype of Dogecoin. And I even believed in the hype of Dogecoin until I did research. Like I even invested in it before I even did my research on it and everything. Cause I was like, oh shit, this shit is crazy. Like I see it skyrocketing, like let me get in on this. And then when I seen it dip back down and stuff, I was like, let me do my research on this coin. And then I realized like the person who made this made it as a joke. It wasn't even supposed to have any kind of value at all. It wasn't even supposed to make it to where it is now. It's just people are trying to build this hype, and it's the people who are going to make money is the people who invested a long time ago when that goes up, and then they sell, and then they get their quick flip, and then they build that hype again so smaller people can invest money, and they do the same thing. And the people who are investing small and are not understanding the hype stay in thinking it's going to go back up, and then they end up losing tons of money because everybody who knows what's really going on is selling when all the small people come in and screwing those small people.
See, so then how does that? Yeah, see, you know what I'm saying. So then the biggest example of that was the GameStop shit.
And that's an interesting topic because.
So when I say the war between to me that was a planned attack. Like, all right, fuck y'all. All right, we gonna do this, and then we saw the response. Y'all ain't doing shit. We'll take all that shit back.
We'll let you like. And look at that! Like,
awesome gangster.
GameStop is back under $100. It's probably going to go back to its original. AMC is back to like $5. Like,
I want to hear AMC. I had to pull out, bro. Yeah. Oh my god,
they're back to
I lost money in that motherfucker.
You know, Robinhood and all them made sure that they prevented people from purchasing it so that it could drop back down. Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, there's always going to be somebody. And there's the prediction that Robinhood is partnered with, you know, these hedge funds, and that's why they did it. Regardless if that's why they did it, I don't know. But, you know, those are the rumors, and that's what I'm saying. There's always going to be somebody who comes in and prevents that. Like, yes, and there's always going to be a few that make it out. Like, there's a few people who did become millionaires. And how I feel about it is those people who did become millionaires off that, who did survive that, you know, that thing that happened with GameStop and stuff, they're going to start mingling with these $1 million people because now they're millionaires. And then they're going to learn how these millionaires stay millionaires. And then they forget about the small people. There's very few people who start out small and make it and come back to try to help the small people. That's real. Because then they start mingling with these millionaires, and then they learn, like, if you want to stay a millionaire, you can't go back down. Like, that's how we stay millionaires.
See, and that shit cold. But that's when you got to make the decision, I feel like. Like, are you going to be, like, what are you going to be? What do you want to do? Like, who are you? Yeah. At your core, who are you?
And even when that happens, even when they are people who come back to try to help the small people, then those other millionaires target that person who's trying to help.
Man, so what's up, bro? You done graduated. You know what I'm saying? Your master's. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm considered the small people now.
Nah, I'm still small people.
I mean, so are you gonna come? You gonna fuck with me still? Because you know I don't got no masters.
Financially, I'm still a small person, man.
But intellectually, my brother, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's something they can't take from you. They can't regulate your knowledge, brother. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They can take your finances. They can't take your knowledge.
I'm still a small person, man. I'm trying to climb up out this hole.
Nah, man, you got it. So what's the plan now?
I don't know, bro.
What's next?
I don't really have a next at this moment, man. My only next is, man, I want to get back on the healthy tip now that I ain't got to focus on school and stuff, and just get back in the gym, get back training full time, and just focus on that for the next little bit in business, and we'll see what happens, man. I'm on a road of let's just see where the road takes me now.
How does that feel? Like, from having your plate full to taking I would think a big or a significant part off your plate. Maybe it's not as big as I may think it is.
It feels good a little bit because even since that's ended, I've taken on a lot of projects.
Right.
But the big difference is, like, I can end those projects at any time. Even though you can end school at any time, but it's just like I got all this money and stuff invested. Like,
that's right.
It kind of prevents you from just walking away from it that easy. Where these projects I picked up at any time, I could just be like, yeah, I'm too busy. Like, sorry, like, it's not gonna work out. So, in that aspect, it feels good, man. It feels like it is a lot of weight off my shoulders. You know, I don't have to worry about, you know, discussion posts every week and homework every Sunday, and, you know, and making sure I stay on top of it and things like that. So, I don't know, it feels good. It feels Feels nice, man.
I'm just saying, man, you ain't gonna start telling people I got a master's, so I don't like.
Yeah, that's beneath me.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to start hearing that shit, bro. I don't want to start hearing that. Do you got a master's? You go to college?
I'm gonna say that when I get my doctorate. So.
Yeah, see, don't be that guy. Don't be that
When I
guy.
get my doctors, bro, I'm gonna make everybody call me doctor.
Yeah, I'm not calling you a fucking doctor.
Like, bro.
It doesn't make you a doctor.
Yeah, I got my doctorates, bro. Call me doctor. It's Dr. Shaq.
It's Dr. Dre. The fuck?
Shaquille O'Neal got his doctorates, bro. Everybody calls him Dr. O'Neal now.
Who calls him Dr. O'Neal?
Everybody.
Who is everybody?
Even on his little sports thing, they'd be like Dr. O'Neal.
So he paid someone to call him Dr. O'Neal. Like I said, what normal fucking person is gonna say when you look? Do you say that's Dr. O'Neal? Do you say that's Shaq
No, it's Dr. O'Neal, bro.
or Dr. Shaq?
Dr. Shaq. I'll give him Dr. Shaq. You
I
know?
was calling him no fucking a doctor of what? What can you get a doctorate in?
Business. There's a lot of stuff.
So you're a doctor in business?
I don't know what I'm gonna get a doctorate in, but
It have to make sense if I'm gonna call you a doctor.
like a doctor doesn't necessarily mean you heal people.
Man, what's a doctor, bro? What's a doctor? How is it not? So what is a doctor?
So a doctor, a doctor in medicine.
Yeah,
That just means he has a doctorate
in medicine.
in medicine. But you can also get a doctorate in business, a doctorate in public relations, or
See, if I type in doctor, it pulls up a physician. So should I pull up a doctrine? I'm gonna pull up a doctrine. So I'm trying to tell you it's not that. Okay. A belief or set of beliefs that's held and taught by a church. A stated principle of government policy, mainly in foreign or military affairs. Yo, I don't know what's up with my dictionary, but I don't know. It ain't pull up for me like that. So I feel like you're making this up and you just want me to call you a fucking doctor.
nah.
And
Bro.
I'm not just gonna call you a doctor just because you want to be. I mean, I guess.
I'll look it up.
I mean,
Send it to you.
thank you. I appreciate that because I don't want you being out here just misinforming the people, calling you a doctor and you're not a doctor.
Bro.
No, no, I'm not gonna do that. So I will say, you got your shirts out. Are you still taking orders for shirts?
Yeah. We always taking orders.
You're always taking orders. All right, make sure you guys hit up Lane Vision for your shirts, Gorilla Depot shirts as well.
We do DTG printing. Got screen printing coming soon. Got embroidery coming soon. I think we got a 3D printer coming soon.
3D printer?
Yeah.
Is she building straps?
Nah, you just build like
You gotta make guns.
no. You can with
Do you need a 4D? Is there a 4D machine?
I don't know. I don't know what 4D is.
Step above 3D?
So is there a 5D?
There is actually a fifth
6D?
dimension. That's more spiritual shit. I don't think it's more so like.
What about a 6D?
I feel like we're like in pause-worthy territory, but I don't. I don't know. I don't like how you like emphasize that D at the end. I ain't like that. I didn't like that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
I ain't like that shit at all.
All right. Well,
Nah, I ain't like that.
anything else to talk about? We're about to hit an hour mark.
Damn.
Hour goes fast when you potted.
It really does, man. And I feel like we really didn't,
I think we spent too much time on power.
that too, and gang banging.
Yeah. Not really
Man, we gotta get it back. Yeah, I was trying not to give you guys too much interpersonal, even though we said that's what we were gonna do. But there's a lot of interpersonal things that I can't really share right now. So on the next pod, once I'm in a better space, there's a major update. You guys
just rub the little rock and you good.
It's not a fucking rock. It's an amethyst and a labradorite.
An amethyst and a labradorite.
Man, this is great.
What's the definition
You
of
know what I'm saying?
amethyst?
Well, I'll pull it up because if I just do it offhand, I'm gonna forget some elements in this.
And the I feel like you're like Loki
Oh my God.
from Marvel.
Why?
Because that's the shit he talked about on his little planet.
What did he talk about?
He had all these rocks and shit.
Yeah, man, they mean things. So, an amethyst, from what they say is, well, I don't want to go to like the ancient. I'm trying to give you like the most simplest.
So then, like, just give us your definition of it. So which part is the amethyst?
Oh my God, I hate you so much. I mean, nah. It's really good as far as like your energies, and stress, anxiety. The labradorite is more so like your inner self. More
Every time you say
magic.
what is it again?
Labradorite.
Okay,
I could be saying this completely
I always think
wrong.
you say Labrador. Like,
I mean, if it helps you remember, you absolutely can use it like that.
all right.
Absolutely. So I mean, like I said, I have my my rocks and my jewels.
So what else is? I know you went to you were supposed to go to the Vibe store the other day.
Absolutely.
Did you go?
I did.
What'd you buy?
I got some Palo Santo.
Palo Santo.
Yeah,
What's that?
That's also used. You can use that with sage as well. It's good for clearing out space.
So do you research this stuff before you buy it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't just because I still remember that. I still remember the Jesus piece fad when everybody just had Jesus pieces.
Yeah.
And some people didn't even believe in God, and some people
Is it
didn't.
is the person that works in there very knowledgeable of these products?
I would say so. I've never really had to ask for the things that I was looking for.
Oh, because you looked it up before you went in there.
Absolutely, because I feel like that's kind of how you get got.
So where do you? How do you look this stuff? Like, how did you come into this? Like, did somebody tell you about it, or you? Just...
I mean, I've always known about it from reading. Not only reading books, movies, you tend to learn about. You know what I mean, so as you get older, you kind of do your own research into like spirituality and natural healing and herbs and stones. And so I think as I've kind of just gotten older and got more into it with like Dr. Sebi and like I said, people like the Hood Healer and even Omarion now, like I'm speaking of just off the top of my head, but when you're looking for deeper answers, bro, you really kind of go into a different space and you run into these things that do help, but it's all about your mental. You have to believe it. Maybe you're willing yourself.
So I got a question for you, because I've always had a question for people,
like you
who believe in these rocks and things like that. Do you? And I also know you're a religious person as far as believing in God. Do you feel like that believing in God and believing in these stones and rocks contradict each other?
No, and I think I know where you're getting at. I'm not worshiping.
Okay.
The rock. I'm not worshiping anything. About me believing in its healing elements.
So you like, God put this rock on here for me and you to heal,
not smoke it. but seriously, I mean, it does come down to your belief system as well. If you believe that there's a afterlife, or if you believe that these bodies are just vessels and that we are energy and that we are spirits and we are these things, then you will start to learn about other things that. It's definitely a long conversation. I don't want to, go to, but I definitely don't mind getting my shit together and exploring this conversation, or even, having somebody on, calling and letting them maybe even explain something as well. I'm all for that.
A rock connoisseur?
Not just rocks, bro. Like, you're so focused on the fucking rock, man. There's mad other shit, yo. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's all you ever showed me.
But these are, you know what I'm saying?
And the Florida water.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, then there's different kinds. Like, I just like this because of how it looked. I like
because it's purple.
I liked it. Well, I mean, the amethyst is always purple. That's the actual color of it.
Okay.
Always.
Where are these rocks found?
See, that's more of a Google question, bro. I'm not like motherfucking rock. I'll just, you know what I'm saying? I more so research with the purpose and not the origin.
Okay.
However, that does interest me, and I definitely probably will do that now, because now I am kind of curious. Because I had this thing, like, at some point I feel like these rocks gotta like disappear, right?
Yeah. I also feel like you gotta know where the rock comes from to truly believe it.
So not only that, this is what I will say, anytime you do buy something, you always want to cleanse, because you don't know where it comes from. Mad people touch it, you don't know where it comes from. So that's why you have your sage, your Palo Santo, your Florida water. You want to cleanse and purify it before you put it on your body and you transfer those energies, because that is a thing too.
Yeah. Like, what have you found out in your research that somebody just makes these in a factory?
I've thought that. I think that. That's why I say, like, at some point, I feel like these things have had to disappear or no.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've definitely thought about it. Like, yo, are these like legit or? Because I feel like they'd be worth money if they were. You know what I mean? So like, I do kind of wonder that. Like, are these replicated rocks? Like the little golds. Remember, like in school, you do like the little. I don't know if your school ever did that. Like they'd come and you put the little thing in like the little muddy water and you like dig for gold and you shake shit out. And you yeah, that shit wasn't real fucking gold.
Yeah.
But hey, you know, it's gold plated. Yeah, damn. Is this like rock plated? It's like painted rock.
So let me ask you one more question before we get out of here. If you found out that these were being made in a factory somewhere just to sell at stores like this, would you still believe in that rock?
The meaning would be different. I would more so be a representation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Rather than the actual thing. So I mean, yeah, that would be a bummer, but
Fuck this rock.
yeah, like which I've thought about it, but that's
Did you go
why I
ask for a
said,
refund?
I don't think they give refunds for authenticity. I
feel like you got to tell
morally,
me.
I would want that. Yeah, I would feel like you knew this was some bullshit, and you watched me really like look at a bunch of them, and you was even like, "Oh, this one's yours. It's calling," and y'all that shit, and you knew it was fake.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do feel like that's a thing. Absolutely, that would suck. Damn, I gotta go to the rock store now. Hey,
Where's this made at?
where is this made at? Like, you guys just like a box of these in the back. Like, where was this made? How is? Because you got to think like they would have to, right? Because it's like trimmed down.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. They could just find it wherever they find them at. You know, their mind or whatever.
Or it could be colored glass too, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I just always wonder with things like that because I knew I had a previous job where somebody was into things like that.
Yeah.
And she would always come to work with like a box of just like spiritual rocks, but they were like much smaller, like fucking like pebbles type rocks. And I would always be like, well, what is this for? She'd be like, this rock is for this. This rock is for this. This rock is for this. And just give me all this crazy. I'm like, damn, this is a rock for damn near everything. And then I always was like, how would you feel if you just found out these rocks are just being made and they telling you this rock helps you with, stress, and this helps you with cancer, and this helps you with medical, and it's like, and they just making these shits in the fucking.
But what if it helps?
I feel like if it helps, it's a mental thing.
So that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So then it would prove a bigger point that we are much powerful than what we think, and these pharmaceuticals and all this other shit.
I believe that.
Yeah, like
I 100% believe that, and I do think that's a lot of times people need to help their mental get that strong.
Yes,
and I think that's the purpose of those rocks and religion and God and things like that. That's what people have to believe in to help their mental believe that they can survive and people because I'm not really religious at all, and I understand people who have to pray and say, okay, right. Well, they prayed. I look at them and be like, bro, ain't nobody listening to you.
See, I feel like prayer is more for your spirit and not for here on earth. Like, because I feel like it doesn't stop me from praying. But I do feel that way. I feel like that's more of a spiritual thing, which if in the end, if that's all we are and this is nothing, then it is. So it does come down to what you believe in and what you don't believe in, for sure. Yeah. But yeah, like, trust me, I have those same.
That's why I don't ever knock anybody who's religious and things like that, because I'm just like, all right,
I don't know how this is helping you.
That's what you need to help you mentally get through whatever you're going through, or mentally, if you getting ready for an interview and you nervous and you go pray, please God, help me get this job. Like, that's helping you mentally and stuff like that.
I mean, which is another conversation for another time. Cause I mean, there's this thing of religion was kind of made and created to control the slaves and, to be forgiven and,
I believe all that, man. I've done a lot of research in religion, especially when I was kind of exiting out of believing, because I used to be I was a freaking, when I was a kid, I was an usher and everything. Like,
me too. Okay.
I was tough into that, and then I started doing research, and a lot of the research I found for Christianity shows that it was created during a time where kings and queens were losing power, and they wanted to the people were becoming stronger
Yep.
and overthrowing the crowns and stuff. And they created this to be like, nah, you have to listen to us. The God has given us me, the king, power. So you gotta listen.
And so it puts the good people at a disadvantage because it's basically saying, yeah, evil people do that.
Yeah.
You got to forgive them.
Yeah.
Evil people do that. Yeah. When it's like, no, you could do the same exact thing that they did and that they do, but because they have this, which I feel like some things are good morals. I do feel like some things are real, and then there were some things that were skewed to manipulate. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Which is why, as of yet, I can't find anything wrong with I can't find anything wrong with the minister right now. Farrakhan. I haven't found anything wrong yet. And so far, most of the shit that he's always talked about going back has actually happened.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. But yeah, we don't want to trigger anybody. That's a conversation for another time. But we do appreciate you guys for checking us out once again. We're gonna do a little bit better.
Hopefully.
We
got the pod equipment now.
Yeah.
It sounds better. Everybody talked about how the last episode sounded trash.
Well, yeah, we're using 2 different mics this time.
Yeah, last time we just had this there's a mic right here. I don't know if you can see
the
it on
boom.
camera.
We was using a boom.
It was a boom mic, and we had it like right here, but we was like totally distant. And if you know how a boom mic works, it's supposed to be aimed like directly at the mouth for it to pick up.
Pause.
For it to pick up the best sound, and so that's why we sounded so far away and stuff.
Yeah, so we got you guys again. Make sure you guys check out everything Lane Vision.
This pod gonna be on the Lane Vision YouTube channel. So
you know what I'm saying. So make sure you guys check that out for sure. Check out his videos, like, subscribe, comment.
Yeah,
that's what you say, right?
Yeah, like, subscribe, comment. Hey, and hit the notification bell.
Oh, and hit the notification bell.
And all you women, the topic at the beginning, make sure you go leave it that message.
Please.
If you're on YouTube, the link is in the description below. And if you are just listening to the audio, it's anchor.fm/release therapy pod.
And that's it.
We out of here.
We're out of here.
See you in 3 months.
It might be. No, it might be sooner. It might be sooner.
We out.
All right.